Welcome back to more Let's Talk WWE 2K14 and welcome back to a brand new potential DLC pack idea. Please remember guys, these are made for fun and entertainment purposes but have been kept as realistic as possible. For example, only wrestlers that would actually have a chance of being in the game are going to be appearing on these lists. So in the first one we did an NXT Future Stars pack, and in the second one, which you guys really seem to like, we did the Extreme pack. You can see both those videos top left hand corner and top right hand corner of the screen respectively, but in pack number 3, as requested by many of you guys, we're going to be looking at a potential WCW DLC pack. The first superstar in this pack is going to be Booker T. Now Booker T more than likely is going to be on the game anyway, with either his GM outfit or older WWE wrestling attire, but how cool would it be guys if we had Booker T back in his older WCW classic attire? I think I'm right in saying we've never seen Booker T out of his WWE attire in a WWE game before, so from that point of view I think personally that would be awesome to see. Not to mention guys, how can you have a WCW pack without the 5-time WCW champion? Next up in this WCW DLC pack we have got DDP Diamond Dallas Page. Now DDP found himself in WWE 13, which I thought was awesome, but I'm not so sure DDP is going to be finding himself in the upcoming 2K14 game. But I do think he would be a worthy addition to the game. When the WCW guys originally started coming over to the WWE back in 2001, DDP was one of a very few big name superstars that came over to the company and made an impact. Not to mention in recent years DDP has made the odd appearance or two, so it's clear he is on good terms with the WWE, and I think it would be cool if for 2 years running we got Diamond Dallas Page in a WWE game. Our third superstar on this list is going to be Kevin Nash. Again, just like the other two guys, Kevin Nash has been in recent WWE games. I think Nash has been in the last 2, but never been in any of the games with his younger WCW look. Do not forget, along with Hall and Hogan, Nash made history back in WCW in the NWO days, so how cool would it be if we could go back and recreate some of that magic in 2K14, so maybe we could have Nash in either his NWO or Wolfpack attires. Like I said, Nash has been in the last 2 games, but despite that, Nash hasn't been on TV as of late, so I think there is definitely a big possibility that Nash by default isn't going to be on the 2K14 roster. So if Nash has to come via DLC, especially if he was wearing his WCW attires, then I for one would definitely be content with having Nash via DLC. The fourth WCW superstar on this list, and a WCW and wrestling legend in general, none other than the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Because of Flair's stint away from the WWE, the Nature Boy Ric Flair hasn't actually been in a WWE game now for a number of years, so surely now that Flair is back in the company and back on good terms with WWE, it's finally time for Ric Flair to return to WWE games. I for one think it would be awesome to have the Nature Boy back on the roster. Think of it now guys, you could have Ric Flair as the manager of any of the former Evolution members, or you could even reform Evolution in 2K14 Universe mode, you know, providing they're going to be having that on the game. So I for one do think that having Ric Flair back on 2K14 would be awesome and would create a lot of awesome possibilities. And last but not least, finishing up this DLC pack, Goldberg. Now back in WCW, Goldberg had an amazing 173 undefeated streak, which is kind of insane to think about it. He is also a former WCW and World Heavyweight Champion. Goldberg has actually only ever been on one WWE game, that being the much loved SmackDown vs Raw Here Comes the Pain. So after all this time, after all these years, surely it's time for Goldberg to make a return to WWE games. He's not signed or been signed for a long time to another big American company, so that would actually make this still possible. If WWE 2K14 had Goldberg, you could finally put an end to the Ryback versus Goldberg match question, as well as create many other intriguing, huge, exciting matchups. So guys, that is my list for a potential WCW DLC pack for the upcoming WWE 2K14. What do you guys think of my choices? Have a better list? Tell me all that and more down in the comment section below. I did originally say on the first DLC video that I was going to be doing 3 of these, but I do enjoy making them and you guys seem to enjoy watching them because the feedback has been pretty cool. So I've decided I'm going to be carrying on and doing at least a couple more of these, so stay tuned for those. And if you wouldn't mind, on the way out, please feel free to leave the video a big thumbs up. So stay tuned for more guys. Thanks for watching as always. This has been 101 and I will see you all on the next one.